Hi folks, and welcome to the Salty Seaman. Couple of Navy topics came up here recently. Got asked about it, so I figured I'd do a little bit of talk about it. The sky penis and the world of tomorrow. Okay, now, just a bunch of Navy pilots drawing dicks in the sky. Well, we assume they're dicks. They could be hats. I mean, take a look. I don't know what really to say about it. People ask me to comment on it, and I'm like, it's a dick in the sky. I mean, there's really much else to talk about it. If you haven't heard about it, and on a pilot or a couple of pilots out of Whidbey Island in Washington State apparently drew dick and balls on the sky over this small town in Washington State. Got all over the internet. Everyone had a good chuckle. Haven't really seen a lot of outrage or anything really. More kind of a lot of giggling, some mild disappointment from people. That's like, I expect better of you people. I mean, really, you shouldn't. Military is awesome at drawing dicks on things. The Marines have brought up to an art form on their outhouses overseas and stateside. I can say the Navy the same way. We draw dicks on everything. It's just what we do. I don't know if there's any... I'm assuming the pilots got yelled at. That's probably the only thing that's going to happen to them. They're pilots. They're fucking jocks. They're fly jockeys. They do stupid shit. You know, they got caught. So that's all I really got to say about it. It's fucking funny. Now, the other thing's a little bit more serious. Once again, Japan, or the Navy and Marine Corps in Japan, are on lockdown. This one's pretty fucking big. People not being allowed off base, no drinking whatsoever. You know, there was a accident in Okinawa where I believe a Marine was driving, crashed into a Okinawan civilian and killed him. It's suspected alcohol is involved. If he was stone cold sober, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So, assuming he was probably pretty fucking drunk. Just another day in Japan. This has happened last year. I did a video on it. It was just the sailors last time. Now it's sailors and Marines. It's a pretty severe restriction. You know, I go on record. I've said it 100 times. You know, the many shouldn't be punished for the crimes of the one. I don't really get that mentality. I mean, I do like in boot camp, but in this case, this is more of a political thing. This is State Department coming down again on the flags. Flags come down on the juniors, and we're all fucked. So nothing really fucking new here. I did kind of start thinking today. I was wondering, you know, we have military all over the world. You never hear about these incidents anywhere but Japan. You know, you don't hear about it in Korea. You don't hear about it in Europe. You know, and I'm sure this shit happens there all the time too. But these guys, correct me if I'm wrong, those who have served there, you know, if you've ever been put down on the lockdown because of bad behavior or because of one guy killing another person in a drunk driving accident. I mean, it's a one country thing. And, you know, I'm kind of at the point where you have to start looking at it as like, why is it just this one country? You know, we have pretty good relations with Japan. I mean, obviously Okinawa is another subject. You know, I went over it in the last video when this happened. You know, Okinawans don't even like Japanese, much less us. So, no doubt, and of course we want to keep good relations with them, but at some point, fuck it, you know? It's like, you can't keep beating down people who are just trying to do their job when 99.999% of everybody is doing the right thing, or at least not causing public incidences. You know, and... You know, so I would like to see, like, why is it different in Japan than even Korea? I know it's for certain. A lot of people in Korea don't like us there either. But just like Japan, most of the country both of the countries appreciate our presence there because of Kim Jong Dick Licker and whatever bullshit he's about to fucking start up. So I mean, you know, we're there for a purpose, and for the most part, we stay behaved. Shit happens. It's just human nature. You know, I mean, I'm not excusing anybody driving drunk. You know, motherfuckers, take it from this old lush. Get an Uber, get a cab, walk home. Just don't fucking drive drunk. It's the dumbest thing you can do. But, I mean, really, you know, and not excusing, you know, people who go out and rape and, you know, commit violent crimes and cause incidents. No, those people need to be punished. But punishing everyone, restricting them to base, completely stopping all alcohol, consumption for the 10,000 troops that are over there. I think this one just only affects sailors and Marines, but regardless, you know, we aren't doing this to Noto, to Korea. We're not doing this to Italy and Spain, to my knowledge. So why does Japan get this preferential treatment when, you know, for the most part, our relations are fairly good with them? You know, why are we Notoing to a bunch of people who don't want us there? It's a very small minority. I would wager, just from looking at it, you know, no more bigger or worse than Korea. So why does Japan be the one that gets all the attention, you know, gets all the restrictions placed on it? Those who've served in Europe, Korea, please let me know in the comments how it works over there, because I really don't know, but I know I never hear about it. I only hear about Japan. So that's kind of it. I mean, dicks in the sky, you know, another liberty restriction in 7th Fleet. You know, 7th Fleet hasn't had enough fucking problems lately, right? You know, 2 major crashes caused by poor training. But maybe we should focus on training our sailors to do their jobs at sea correctly, you know, and not worry so much about one single Marine in Okinawa and his mistake. You know, I think we have bigger priorities here. But that's just an old salt here talking. And that's all I got to say about that. I always love you freaks. Another military movie bullshit coming up soon. Got the movie picked out. Can't wait to see it. Never seen it. That's all I got. Peace.